Welcome on this Friday in the octave of Easter, the day of the resurrection, celebration for us all of Jesus' victory over sin and evil, over suffering and death, his rising from the dead, the gift of new life to us. Today's gospel, that appearance of the risen Lord to the disciples, a group of them, who were returning to the familiar, hopes dashed, let's do what we are familiar with. And for them that was to do their day job, to go fishing. And it was precisely then, when they were doing what was the ordinary and the everyday, it was precisely then that our risen Lord came to them. Jesus comes to us in the ordinary and everyday. For us, we too, like them, perhaps long to return to the familiar, to doing ordinary everyday things like getting on a bus and going into town, or booking a holiday, going to the airport, or just going to visit each other, spending time together, being with family, being with friends. And all that seems to have been taken away from us, as so much had been taken away from the disciples by Jesus' death. It all had seemed to have ended so terribly to them. And perhaps at this moment, for us, things are seeming pretty terrible. But Jesus comes to us precisely now, precisely in this time. Jesus is there for us, is there for those who are suffering, is there for those who are distressed, those who are isolated, alone, struggling. It's then that the risen Lord comes to us to reassure us that he is with us, that he does, in the seemingly the problems of life which seem sort of insurmountable to us, then he is there with us. He's saying to us, I am with you always, as I promise, until the end of time. Trust in me. And I will show you, as I showed my first disciples, the way forward. I will show you what you perhaps can't understand at this moment, but stay with me, be close to me. Let's be close to the Lord today and every day, for he is risen from the dead, and he gives himself to us. In the Eucharist, in word, in sacrament, and in the events of daily life. We praise and thank our risen Lord. Alleluia, he is risen from the dead. Happy Easter.